Immunization Week! This is Nurse Bright and I'm here on your screen again. Today, we want to talk about immunization. Immunization. What is immunization? According to the WHO, the World Health Organization, and the Center for Disease Control, the CDC, immunization is defined as a process of making a person resistant to a particular disease, typically by the use or by the administration of vaccines. What are vaccines? Vaccines are safe antigenic agents which induce immunity into the system and serve as a protection against infectious diseases. Children need immunization, and it's very, very important that we take this with all seriousness because immunization serves as a cover for them when there's an outbreak of any disease. For example, if there's an outbreak of cholera in a particular community in a country, a child that has been vaccinated against cholera has a lower chance, a slim chance of coming down with cholera. Even if such child comes down with it, it will not be as serious as for a child that has not been vaccinated or immunized against cholera. Now, immunization for children starts from birth. I'm going to be taking us through the immunization schedule according to the CDC, the Center for Disease Control, and the World Health Organization, WHO. For a girl child, immunization starts from birth till 9 years. For a boy child, immunization starts from birth till 5 years. Apart from other vaccines they may take if there's an outbreak later in the years. Now, we have primary immunization and secondary immunization. As we run through this video, I'll explain things to you. At birth, a child is expected to take the OPV vaccine, the BCG vaccine, and the hepatitis B vaccine. OPV means oral polio vaccine. It is given by mouth, 2 drops at birth. BCG means the Bacillus calmette-guerin vaccine. It's a cover against tuberculosis. It's also given at birth. It's given at the upper left arm intradermally. Hepatitis B vaccine, as its name implies, is a vaccine of protection against hepatitis B. It is given at the thigh intramuscularly. Now, after the vaccines given at birth, the next time is at 6 weeks. At 6 weeks, a child takes OPV1, PCV1, Penta1, Rota1, and IPV1. Don't worry, I will explain to you. OPV1 is still the same oral polio vaccine taken at birth, but the one taken at birth is known as OPV0. At 6 weeks, it's called OPV1. It's a cover against polio. It's given by mouth, 2 drops, same way it was given at birth. Now, IPV1. IPV means inactivated polio vaccine. This is still a cover against polio, but in injectable forms. It's given intramuscularly on the thigh, on the right thigh. The PCV vaccine, known as pneumococcal conjugate vaccine. This is a protection against pneumonia, that is PCV1, is given intramuscularly on the right thigh. The Penta1 vaccine, which is known as pentavalent vaccine, it is a 5-in-1 vaccine. It's given intramuscularly on the left thigh. Now, the Rota1 vaccine. Rota vaccine is a cover against diarrhea in children. It's given by mouth. It comes in oral form. So, at 6 weeks, the child takes IPV1, PCV1, Penta1, Rota1, and OPV1. Now, at 10 weeks, the child takes all the vaccines taken at 6 weeks except for IPV. IPV is given at 6 weeks and 14 weeks only. So at 10 weeks, the child takes Penta-2, PCV2, OPV2, and Rota-2. That is the second dose of these vaccines, except for IPV. Then at 14 weeks, the same type of vaccines given at 6 weeks is repeated at 14 weeks. The same type of vaccine. It will now become IPV3, PCV3, Penta-3, Rota-3, OPV3 instead of one, but all the same type of vaccine. And these are covered against polio, covered against pneumonia, covered against diarrhea, which is from Rota. Now, after 14 weeks, the next time a child will be immunized is at 6 months. At 6 months, they take vitamin A first dose. Vitamin A first dose is blue in color. It will be open and pour into the baby's mouth. Blue in color. Then there is a vaccine a child should take. Flu vaccine is a cover against flu, as its name implies. The first dose is given at 6 months. The second dose is given 4 weeks later, which is at 7 months. Then the next vaccination time will be at 9 months. At 9 months, a child takes 3 vaccines: yellow fever vaccines, measles vaccine, and meningococcal vaccine. Yellow fever, as its name implies, cover against yellow fever. Measles vaccine, as the name implies, is a cover against measles, and meningococcal vaccine is a cover against meningitis. Measles vaccine is given at the upper left arm subcutaneously. Yellow fever vaccine is given at the upper right arm subcutaneously. Meningococcal vaccine, which is a protection against meningitis, is given at the left side intramuscularly. Now, it's expected that a child take measles 2 at 1 year 3 months, but for now, the primary vaccination is completed at 9 months. Now, at 1 year, the secondary vaccination starts. At 1 year, a child is expected to take measles, mumps, and rubella vaccine (MMR). A child is expected to take chickenpox vaccine. A child is supposed to take cholera vaccine, and a child is supposed to take meningococcal ACWY strain vaccine. This meningococcal is different from the one taken at 9 months. This is a different strain and it's just a dose. ACW is given IM. The MMR is also given IM intramuscularly on the deltoid muscle. MMR is given intramuscularly, which is a cover against measles, mumps, and rubella. The meningococcal vaccine ACW strain is given intramuscularly, is just a dose. The MMR is 2 doses. The first dose is given at 1 year. The second dose given 4 weeks after. The cholera vaccine is given by mouth. The first dose is given at 1 year. The second dose is given 2 weeks after. The chickenpox vaccine is also given intramuscularly. The first dose is given at 1 year and the second dose is given 4 weeks later. So, at 1 year, a child takes 4 vaccines: MMR, chickenpox, cholera, and meningococcal vaccine ACW strain, different from the meningococcal taken at 9 months. And at 1 year, a child is also expected to take vitamin A second dose, the red color vitamin A now, not the blue color. At 1.5 years, a child is expected to take hepatitis A and B vaccine, hepatitis A vaccine, and vitamin A vaccine. Vitamin A is given by mouth. Hepatitis A and B is given intramuscularly. Hepatitis A is given intramuscularly. At 2 years, the child takes vitamin A vaccine, hepatitis A and B vaccine, hepatitis A vaccine, and typhoid vaccine. Vitamin A vaccine is given every 6 months until a child is 5 years. So at 2.5 years, vitamin A vaccine is given. At 3 years is given. At 3.5 years is given. At 4 years it's given. At 4.5 years is given. Then at 5 years is given. For a boy child, vaccination is completed. Apart from other vaccines they may take later in life if an outbreak occurs. Now, for a girl child at 9 years, HPV vaccine is given. HPV vaccine is human papilloma virus vaccine. It's a protection against cervical cancer in women, in ladies, in girls. So, vaccination completed for a girl child, apart from other outbreaks that may occur and which such child may need to take vaccine. With this, we've run through the immunization schedule according to the WHO, the World Health Organization, and the CDC, the Center for Disease Control. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It helps others to see it and it makes them get informed about immunization. Once again, happy Immunization Week. Thank you.